What is going on? It's Alex coming back at you with another video, and today we are going to be giving you a recap of the biggest winners and losers from day 3 of the 2024 NFL Combine. That covers the wide receivers, the quarterbacks, as well as the running backs. If you are new, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to just see a full recap of the entire day, I streamed over 6 hours of it, where you get to see literally everything happened in live time, as well as a special guest in Broshmo coming on, and we even did a full mock draft on there. So that's our little secret. Feel free to go enjoy it. Again, it is going to be the live stream from yesterday. Let's get right into this. I haven't done a live stream in so long as well, so it's kind of brutal right now on the voice, but it was actually really fun. So we'll be doing more of those in the future. Let's get right into this. This is going to be my star winner of the day. I'll also have a star loser, so to speak, like a stud and a dud. A.D. Mitchell. Very difficult to choose between him and the one who sets the record, Xavier Worthy. Xavier dropped to 165, though. So, that's honestly the only differential I had. A.D. Mitchell had the biggest boost. He was someone that didn't play consistently with the speed that I ever expected from someone who's going to be running a 4.34. Didn't know he had that top-end speed. Obviously, I've been a big fan of AD. He was my wide receiver for my video, and we're going to be redoing our wide receivers videos, adjusting for all the numbers that were input today. But phenomenal explosiveness. I think it was like 11.4 on the broad jump as well. Absolutely wild. I think he actually might be gone by top 15, but we'll just be conservative and say top 20. A team like Kansas City Chiefs would be they'd be foolish not to pick him up if he were within trade range for them, because this is a guy who is a cornerstone of an NFL franchise. Next, we got the rest of the risers. Yes, I'm going to flex me being with Ladd McConkey all day, every day. Again, feel free to follow the Instagram for more pictures like that, as well as the Twitter. So Linktree will get you all of that. But we're going to go through every single one of these. Trey Benson secured himself pretty much as the top RB in the class. That's also partially due to the fact we'll talk about our dud in a second, but one of them ended up kind of taking off. But yes, he's, this is just a pretty poor running back class overall. A little bit athletically limited. Good guys, but, Trey Benson at that 4.39 did a very good job being able to at least demonstrate that he has the explosiveness and the speed adequate for the next level. So love the vision as well. Thought he did pretty damn solid in the open field drills. Isaac Guerendo, 4.33 40. Awesome. Good for him. He came out of nowhere. He was RB2 this year, sharing time with Jawar Jordan. And, for somebody that can come out and test as well, like top in the high jump and as well in the broad, like top tier for them, and then be unbelievably athletic in terms of his 40 time. Big respect for somebody who's been able to craft his game. Pretty solid frame as well. Keelan Robinson, another guy who's just in the shadows, but I honestly loved him in the on-field drills. Tested out very well, low 4.4s. Just a dude who is genuinely a really good back. And I thought he performed just really well as a receiver too. So, that's something I really did enjoy about his game. I could technically, now that I'm coming to think of it, I'll talk about it when we talk about the fallers, but like Braylon Allen, awful hands. And then you get to see Keelan Robinson in that same group. It was like a breath of fresh air. But you got Xavier Legette, ran sub 4.4. That's awesome. I mean, the over-under was on, or the higher or lower, technically, to make sure that legally they're a DFS and not a sports book. But, technically the higher lower on Xavier Legette was at 4.37, ended up being a 4.39, but that's still incredible. Great player nonetheless. Ladd McConkey, people thought he was going to run the 4.5s, ran in the 4.3s. That's incredible. Big shout out to Ladd. Great guy as well. High character. This dude's going to be an absolute menace. Did a little bit not as spectacularly on the explosiveness drills that I expected for him, but I mean, as long as you get over 35-inch vert, I'm not going to complain. Brian Thomas Jr., technically didn't really need to put him on here, but I just love giving him a shout out anyways. 4.34 40. I had him with an A grade in speed in the first place, so it makes sense. By the way, this is not in order. This is just me spitballing, just continuing to put names down. Tez Walker in the 4.3s as well. That's incredible. Just needs to learn how to catch, and that will get him definitely on a team really fast. Brandon Rice, honestly, is one of the biggest winners from today. Like, he has an F in speed as well as explosiveness from my most recent study of him. And I was like, dude, this guy could actually be a wide receiver 1 on a team if he proves to have athleticism. He didn't do too well in the explosiveness drills because broad jump was second lowest in the class. So explosiveness still lacking quite a bit, but he had a 4.5 40, 4.5 flat. I did not see that coming. I thought it was like 4.65. Incredible. Great job, Brendan. Like, honestly, incredible job. Johnny Wilson, another guy where y'all know how much I've loved Johnny Wilson this whole time. People clown on me for it, and that's okay. Because, people are going to find something to complain about on the internet. But Johnny Wilson came in 6'6", 230 and ran a 4.53. That's spectacular. It really is. Did a very good job in the explosiveness drills as well. He beat out Romo Dunze on the broad jump, if I'm not mistaken. So power to Johnny. He did a phenomenal job today and solidified himself as a legitimate receiver. I think he still might go top 100, maybe even higher than that. Audric Esme is the big loser, though. 4.7 in the 40 when you're supposed to be the number one back, like the number one do-it-all back. I still think he's a talented guy, obviously. Great vision. He had great explosiveness traits, but in the 4.7s, it's not like you ran 4.61. Like, this is legitimately 2 4.7s that he ran. So very athletically limited in terms of top speed. I think that he does slip to day 3 for that very reason. I don't think he'll be a top 100 pick, but a team like the Vikings that could use that bruiser, I think he'd work really well in an RBBC. Maybe you could even get somebody like he's 5'11", 220. He's a powerful guy. You want to go for someone who's a little bit more on the speedy side at 220. You also have some other options there like Marshawn Lloyd. But let's talk about the rest of the fallers. There's really not many. I'll talk about the last one first with Spencer Rattler here. He's not even a faller. I just put him on here because I couldn't really find anybody else. He just ran the 4.9s on his 40, and he looked a bit chubby. Like, this is a guy who I really appreciated his athleticism and didn't show any form of athleticism, but throwing-wise did a phenomenal job. So, again, this is literally just a super big nitpick. Also got to mention Braylon Allen. Again, bricks for hands, didn't run a 40. Kind of a concern because I wasn't really a big fan of his overall game. Then we'll go from the top. Keon Coleman in the 4.6s. Like, are you serious? Like, I stick my neck out for this guy and saying, like, oh, he's actually a much better athlete than expected. No. Explosiveness-wise, did fine. But when it came to the 40-yard dash, it was actually really, really bad. Then we got Troy Franklin. Test-wise, he did okay. Like, 4.41, great 40. But, I think it was the worst 10-yard split at, like, a 1.61. And that's, like, 0.03 behind guys who ran 4.6s. So he has a pretty poor get-off. And then the thing that really bothered me had nothing to do with the statistics. It was his gauntlet drill. Like, multiple drops, looked really uncomfortable, went a lot slower. When when Keon Coleman runs, I think 5 miles per hour faster than you during the same drill, there's a big issue. There's a really big issue with that. So it looked really uncomfortable. I don't know if he even goes top 64. I might even push him down to top 100, but he looked really unconfident. And that is a big issue to me. Bucky Irving just didn't test out very well. Explosiveness-wise, like, I think it was a sub 30-inch vert. That sucks. And then, he didn't get a sub 4.5 40. So there was nothing that was particularly great for him today. I still think he's a really talented back, knows how to make people miss. We'll see how much those statistics actually make an impact on his overall draft grade, but it certainly was something that bothered me quite a bit. So that's going to be the video. It was a quickie today. Pause. It was a short video today, but it was honestly a really good day. There wasn't very much that went wrong. There was a lot that went right. And it's not that difficult to talk about what went right because players just looked really damn good. So that's going to be the video. Thank you so much for watching. Show the support that you always do. I love y'all. See you on the far side. Peace.